Welcome to Backstage with Richard Ridge. My guest will be returning live to the Green Room 42 on Friday evening, December 10th at 7 p.m. with her brand new show called Let Me Be Me. Please say hello to Jennifer Diamond.
Hello.
How excited. We're sitting at Ripley Greer in your rehearsal room.
We are. I like this one specifically. We always rehearse in this room.
How excited are you? You'll be performing live for the very first time since the pandemic.
Yes, I'm I'm both very excited and it feels like a huge mountain to climb, but it'll be amazing. Once I get up on stage and see the lights and the people in the audience, it will both be thrilling and terrifying and then so much fun.
No, because like we were talking when we first got here, oh my God, there's going to be people in the room. No one has seen people in such a long time, right?
No, we've had this like lovely cocoon, the safety of our studio. And before that, we were rehearsing, pre-pandemic for a little bit. So we've really just kind of gotten maybe too comfortable in this room. And I guess it's time to get out of the rehearsal room.
Okay, so what can your audience expect? First of all, I love the title, Let Me Be Me. How did you come up with that and how does it connect to the show?
I guess we came up with it very organically. Robbie Rizal, my director, and I were just like, when we were coming up with material and the thesis for the show, and I just sort of was like, I want to be myself. I want to sing songs. I want to sing. I want to tell stories. I want to tell. And it was really just let me be myself. Let me just do what I want to do. So that's how that came about. And then what was the other question? I forgot.
Material. I mean, there must be so much material to have chosen from to put into this show, right?
Yes, there was a lot of material. I think that also came pretty organically. We had a list of things that we both wanted to, have me sing or what I wanted to sing, and then we went back to what was the show about? What were we trying to say? What were we trying to accomplish? And what fit best? Story-wise, our amazing musical director, Luke Williams, also chimed in and thought, well, maybe this song would fit better. Maybe if we mashed these two things together. And, it just sort of organically all came together.
So what are some of the songs you said, I have to sing these in my show? Or favorites you wanted to sing?
We definitely, I don't want to give too much away.
No,
but
give us a little peek.
We're definitely hitting some Candor and Ebb, which I love to sing. And I really wanted to do something with A Million Dreams from The Greatest Showman. And that piece is probably one of my favorites because it's not what you're expecting. It's when we came, actually, that was definitely a Luke Williams original. That was the first day of rehearsal back now in 2019. And I fell to the floor and we have a picture to prove it. It will forever be in our memory, and it's definitely a favorite. And what else do we want to do? We wanted to hit different things. We wanted to hit some pop and some rock, some influences in my life. Definitely had to hit Bette Midler, my biggest influence, and just my Patronus, my everything. I'm just obsessed with her, so I had to hit Bette Midler.
Because this show was scheduled to go on, we were all going to be there, and then the pandemic came.
Yep. March 29th, 2020, we were supposed to be at another venue, and we were all just sort of waiting and watching the pandemic and what's going to happen. And I just remember seeing you at 6 the night before. We were supposed to do press, and we're like, okay, see you tomorrow. And we woke up the next morning, and we were like, so we're going to have to cancel. So that's okay. You know what? It's still some of the same show. It's now a new show. I'm a different person. A lot has happened in these 20 months. I had a baby. Yay. So, I'm a mom now. I have different things to say.
All right, we need to talk about this because you and your husband, Rob, I mean, so many people went through so many different things during the pandemic. You had a gorgeous baby girl. Mm-hmm. And I mean, how has being a mom and a parent changed the way that you look at life and your career?
Oh boy.
It's a big one.
It's a huge one. I look at my career totally differently because it's just nothing really matters except for Leia, my daughter, and our family unit. So what's best for us? I just look at things now as like, well, is time away from her? Is it worth it? Is it better to do bedtime or is it better to be at a show? It's all of those things. It's moments missed, versus being there. So that's definitely changed. And also just like being a mom opens you up in different ways, and also you lose all sense of brain power. I can't remember anything. And at the same time, I'm able to multitask in ways I never knew possible. So it's this weird dichotomy. But yeah, she's the best. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Have you been rehearsing at home in front of her? I mean, have you done some of the show for her? And what does she think?
She's amazing. Yeah. She has already started matching pitch at 18 months. And my voice teacher is amazed with her. And she's awesome. She has her own microphone now and follows me around and sings. So it's pretty great. Yeah.
It's in the DNA, in the family, you know that.
Rob is terrified.
To have two in the house, right?
He's absolutely terrified. He just keeps looking at us like, oh God, I have two of you.
Okay. Now, you mentioned your director, the wonderful Robbie Roselle, Broadway World Award nominee. Okay. Wonderful director. He's one of the most sought after cabaret directors. Talk about how did you two hook up and why do you think your collaboration works so well?
So Robbie and I, we knew each other, but then we were reconnected during a reading that we were both cast in which we were paid in a crisp $100 bill and a ball of fresh mozzarella. And this is a true, you cannot make this stuff up. Literally was handed a $100 bill and a ball of fresh mozzarella as payment. It's delicious. So we were chatting that night after the reading, and just sort of like I was telling him about the current show I was in New York, and just chatting, and he just turned to me and said, "Well, when are we getting you back up and doing a solo show?" And I just paused and said, "I don't know." I didn't know if I was in the right space to do that or what I was thinking, because I knew in the back of my mind I was starting this baby journey or surrogacy journey. We had our daughter via surrogate, and I just sort of put a pin in it. And then a few months later, I reached out to him and said, "Let's grab drinks. I think I'm ready."
You just know when it's right, a collaboration, don't you?
You do. You meet your creative soul, and yeah.
And you also have an incredible musical director and arranger with Luke Williams.
The greatest.
Okay.
The best. I mean, there is not a second that we're all not laughing, smiling, having the best time. There's never been a disagreement, anything that's like, well, should we cut this? Should we not? It's always like a discussion. We say, okay, it's done. It's not right anymore. And move on. Like there's no argument about it. It's just, we're not precious about anything. If someone really feels, right about how a musical phrase should go, we discuss it. I mean, it's all just a happy collaboration.
I love that. Now, you have some special guest stars in your show. Tell us who the guest stars are.
I have the amazing Mauricio Martinez, who was going to be joining us back in 2020, and we are very lucky that he is available this time. And then also we have Donna Vivino, who I have known for a very long time. We did a little, what's it called, webisode series called Submissions Only. I know there's some fans. It ran on BroadwayWorld. And I was lucky enough to join the third season. She was a series regular, and that's how we met. But we also go way back with Les Mis history, all this stuff. So we are very lucky to have also Donna Vivino joining us.
I love this. Now, you also have maybe some backup singers.
I have two wonderful backup singers. We have a killer band, and this is definitely a very different show than I've done before.
That's wonderful. It's always nice to grow. And like you said, throughout the pandemic, everybody changed. Yeah. And everybody's looking at their life in a whole new way. And like I said, being a mom changes everything also.
Yes. I didn't know what people meant when they said you change as a mom, you grow, your heart expands, all these things. And I was like, oh, I'm a dog mom. I understand. But then you have a baby and your heart and your world just opens up and it explodes in the best possible way. So, everything's different now.
Okay. Now, have you chosen an outfit?
I have.
Ooh, okay.
I have.
You don't have to give anything away, but can you give us a little sneak peek of maybe did you choose a lot of different things? And what am I going to wear?
Well, no, because I had a shirt that I was going to wear in March 2020, so I still had the tags on it. So I thought if it still fits post-pandemic, I'll wear that. And it did, thank God. So that fit. So I was like, well, now I need pants because I didn't have pants before. And so I got some really great pants. They're sassy.
I don't think anybody did during the pandemic because everybody sat with from the chest up on Zoom or StreamYard.
I mean, listen, I put on heels today, and this is a first in a really long time. So, yeah.
Okay, I want to go back to the beginning. Growing up, where did your love for the theater begin?
Oh, we talk about this in the show. My love of theater began with my mom. My mom was a huge theater fan, she still is, and I knew every lyric to a chorus line. I knew every lyric to Evita at age 8. I mean, age 8, I could sing everything that Che sang and Eva Perón, everything. I was a very strange child.
You could do any role in those shows.
Any role. And a chorus line, I mean, anything. Shit Richie, favorite song. Hands down, I was allowed to curse at age 8. Done. So that's where my love of theater came. It was definitely from my mom.
Okay. And what was the defining moment when you said, I have to be a performer and try to make a living at this?
Well, you're going to maybe have to come see the show to hear that story.
But okay. This is something I ask a lot of people, but it is a defining moment for a lot of people. Some people say it was yesterday. And they have these big careers already. They're like, they never think they're going to continue working.
I would say it came in waves for me. Definitely my love of cast albums, listening to them in the car with my mom. Yeah. I think getting cast for the first time in a show was definitely like, oh, wait, I can actually do this myself. Like, it's not just fun to do, like to sing in the car with my mom. And then seeing my first Broadway show was definitely a defining moment for me.
Which was?
Guys and Dolls.
See, fabulous. Okay. Now, what are you looking forward to the most about Friday night, December 10th, the Green Room 42, 7 p.m.?
I'm really hoping to hear some laughter. And I'm dying to reconnect with an audience. I hope everyone loves it, of course. But I feel I miss that feeling of being on stage with the band and having that connection and having the connection with the audience. And knowing that everything we've been working so hard for is just finally being out there. Yeah.
Well, the show again is Friday night, December 10th, 7 p.m. at the Green Room 42. For tickets, go to thegreenroom42.venuetix.com. Now, you're going to give us a sneak peek, right? We're in the rehearsal room right now. Yes. Her wonderful director, Robbie Roselle, is here, and Luke Williams, her musical director and arranger, are here. And she's going to give our Broadway World audience a sneak peek of her show. Here is Jennifer Diamond.